shopping before you're ready to sell your house, it's kind of dangerous because you're going to go out with me or your agent and you're going to say, oh gosh, I really, really like this house and it checks all those boxes. And so you say, Janette, or to your real estate agent, how soon can you get my house up for sale? And you're scurrying to fix things. You may have things that you've left undone because you haven't had time, but you realize that really needs to be fixed before we put our house up for sale. Or I really need to deep clean so it smells good, which is a plus, which what you want to do. We need to declutter. We need to fix our landscaping and get rid of some of the weeds that have overtaken our yard. And our home isn't staged. Now I want to talk about staging. Staging doesn't have to mean that you have to hire a stager and come in and remove all of your furniture and pay for furniture that's going to sit. It can be simple things. It can be simple things like rearranging some furniture, removing some furniture so your room looks bigger. Remember, more is less. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. And staging isn't about comfort. It's about appeal and presentation. So staging isn't comfortable. It's like living out of a suitcase for a month or two before you get your house sold. Let's talk about the market for a minute. In a hot seller's market that we just finished, thank goodness, hopefully things are calming down. In a hot seller's market, were buyers even being considered if they had a home to sell? They weren't. It's called a contingency. They weren't even accepted because the seller had 15 other offers that didn't have a contingency. So why would they accept that kind of offer? They weren't really. Very, very few of that. So what happens in a seller's market, which it still is, so it's summer of 2022 here in Utah, in a softer seller's market, yeah, they probably are going to accept a contingency. But guess what happens? You're going to have to price your house aggressively, which then causes you to lose some negotiating power because you're under contract with a home that you want to buy, that you're in love with. But what happens when that seller accepts your offer? They're probably going to do what's called a time clause. And a time clause is saying, okay, we accept your offer, but we're going to keep our house on the market still. And if we get a better offer, we are going to give you so many hours to remove the contingency. Removing your contingency that you have, meaning you can buy this house no matter if you sell or not. So now let's talk about a buyer's market. What does that really look like? That means that the supply and demand, there's more supply than there is demand, so there's more homes on the market. And what does it look like for you as a seller in a buyer's market? Well, you may not get your house under contract within 30 days or 90 days. It may take you a little bit longer. So you find your house that you want, your house is up for sale, and they say, okay, well, we'll accept your offer. And again, you're putting some skin in the game. You may be priced a little bit higher, so they accept your offer with this contingency, with this house that you have to sell. Well, they're probably going to do the same thing. They're going to have a contingency clause in there that says, if I get a better offer, then I'm going to take that and I'm going to give you so many days or so many hours to remove that contingency. So you lose a little bit of negotiating power, even in a buyer's market. It's sad, but it's true. When you lose money, it's always stressful. And when you fall in love with a house and you know that you have this thing that you need to sell, is even more stressful, guaranteed. So do it right. Get a good agent that can walk you through that process. Remember, it's only a good time to buy or sell if it makes sense for you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.